you've got any malice in it, but you never know. That's why we get called to check out, yeah? We're not being difficult, mate.
I understand.
I know you do.
A man is simply standing on the sidewalk, filming a few council buildings. No disturbance, no trespassing. But just a few minutes later, police approach, ask for his identity, and even tell him to leave the area. The question is filming in a public place actually a legal issue?
Hey, fella, you alright?
Hi, yeah, you alright?
Yeah, we taking pictures of, pal?
Anything I want?
Anything you want?
Yeah.
Go on, talk to me about that then. What's going on? So what are you out here for today? Taking pictures of?
Recreation.
Sorry?
Recreation.
Recreation. The reason we're stopping you, sir, is because of the location of where you are and the significance of the buildings around you. But I'm sure you know what our building is there.
Well, yes.
Yeah, that's why we've been.
It's been on a movie, hasn't it?
Yeah, of course it has.
Okay, so.
Right. So we're just curious as to what you're taking pictures of because of the sensitive
okay,
location.
well that
sir.
Then, yeah.
Okay. You're taking pictures of the building, and for what purpose is that? Sorry.
For recreation.
Recreation.
This was the officer's explanation from the start, the sensitive location of the surrounding buildings. This isn't uncommon. In some situations, police can stop someone if they have reasonable suspicion. For example, under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act 2000, officers have the power to stop and search if they suspect someone may be involved in terrorist activity. But there's a very important point. Simply standing in a public place and filming buildings does not automatically create suspicion. Guidance from the National Police Chiefs Council also clearly states that the public and the media do not need permission to film in public places. So at this stage, the officer can ask questions, but the person filming is not required to answer.
Do you have any ID on you, anything like that?
I don't need ID, do I?
Do you have any ID on you, anything like that?
I don't need ID, do I?
I'm not saying you do, I'm asking you if you have any. So
well,
can we take some details
No,
of
I
you?
don't. No, I don't need to give me details, do I?
You don't need to give me details.
Do I? Am I obliged to give you details?
No, not at all.
Okay,
I'm
that's
asking
great
if you
then.
give me details.
Okay.
So
No,
how
I'm
long have you
obliged.
been taking photos?
Since I was 15.
No, today. How long have you been here?
Oh, right. Why?
I'm just asking you questions, sir, to try and establish what you're doing.
Okay, well, I'd rather withhold that information, really. I'm not a criminal. I don't like being treated like a criminal, so
I don't
keep
see
that to
how
myself.
I don't see how I'm treating you like a criminal, sir. I'm talking to you.
Three armed police standing to me on blue lights.
Three armed police. Sir, with all due respect, we've been called to location
Okay,
based
yeah.
on what you're doing
All right.
and the sensitivity of the location. But I'm not talking to you like a criminal. I'm asking you to what you're doing to
Okay,
establish
right.
some
Well, then
facts.
I don't want to disclose any information about myself.
This is where many people get confused. In the UK, there is no law requiring citizens to carry identification, unlike many other European countries. An officer may ask, "Do you have any ID?" But during a voluntary encounter, you are not required to provide it. Only when there is a specific legal power, for example, an arrest under the Police and Criminal Evidence Act 1984, does verifying identity become mandatory. So, when the person filming says, "I'm not obliged to give you details," that statement is essentially based on his legal rights.
No?
Or where I'm going or what I've been doing.
You don't want to disclose anything?
No.
Okay, that's fine. Well, we'll just sit here and watch it.
So this is just a hobby then, sir?
Yeah.
Just a hobby. Do you go to around to a lot of key sites and take pictures?
Why?
That's just a question.
Well, I take photographs from a photographer.
Oh yeah, that's your job. That is your.
Can I ask you a question?
Not just a hobby. Like, okay,
Do you
yeah.
think this is a good place to have it in the middle of like a city that's got 10 million
Fortunately,
people?
I don't get paid to make them decisions,
Okay,
mate. You know.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And then you put it on a film as well, and then
Well, we don't, do we? You know what I mean?
And then, but you know, also when you say we've had a call,
Yeah.
I always think that you're perhaps feeding the paranoia by turning up when it's the guy with a camera.
What do you mean feeding the paranoia? Who's
Well,
the
if you
At this point, the officer begins asking about the purpose of the filming. This is fairly common when police receive a call from a member of the public. But legally speaking, taking photos or filming buildings visible from public spaces is not a criminal offense. In fact, many police forces in the UK, including the Metropolitan Police Service, have repeatedly clarified that photography in public places is not illegal. Police may check the situation, but if there is no sign of wrongdoing, the interaction usually ends there.
We were to say to them, well, what's the guy doing? And they said, well, he's photographing, and say, well, okay, there's no problem with that.
Well, what you need to, well, I'm sure you do understand. You don't seem like an idiot, but you seem like a very intelligent man, to be honest with you. Any key sites we're going to get called to, whether we have guns or not. It just so happens we're the closest unit that are here. We're literally there when it happens. But we're obviously here for public safety, aren't we, and things like that. So that's why we get called, just to make sure.
Safe for photographers.
What's that?
Keep them safe
safety of the public. But you know, we keep photographers safe as well, don't we? We keep everyone safe. That's it. We're not trying to be difficult with you. Just trying to establish, because if it's a keen hobby, it's a keen hobby. If it's a career, it's a career.
Yeah.
That's all we're trying to establish. We're not here to be a pain. We're just here just to do our job. Like this could be part of your job.
Yeah.
For instance, that's all. Why this particular building today then?
Oh. Why anywhere? Why anywhere? I don't get approached by police just at this building. You get approached by police at every building.
Right. Sir, we'll leave it to it.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll have a lovely day taking photographs. Are you moving
Fantastic.
on to anywhere else next?
I think I might, yeah.
Anywhere significant?
No.
Just in case we get called again.
Where are you based?
We're based at Charing Cross.
Okay, Charing Cross Police Station then.
Oh, is that? Yeah, you'll pop up, yeah? Nice one. All right, sir. Take care of yourself.
Have a good day.
Enjoy the weather.
Don't shoot anybody.
Also, so I can imagine, as a keen taxpayer, I'm sure you are a taxpayer, we don't want to waste our time. I'm sure you don't want to waste our time. If you want to take pictures, just understand, we'll get called to these places. It's what we do. We'd rather be dealing with people that are committing crimes. Personally, I don't believe you are. Yeah, I don't believe you've got any malice in it, but you never know. That's why we get called to check out, yeah?
I understand.
We're not being difficult, mate.
I understand.
I know you do.
This is where the situation shifts into a more interesting legal question. The officer says he wants the cameraman to leave the area, but the cameraman immediately asks, under what section of law? Because in a public place, police do not always have the authority to require someone to leave. Usually, this must be based on a specific legal power, such as obstruction, disorderly conduct, or a risk of violence. Without those elements, asking someone to leave may simply be a request rather than a legal order.
You don't want to waste that time.
I'm waiting for the day
you
when...
probably haven't set up here for us to turn up and for us to sort of interact with you, have you?
I'm waiting for the day that when the police get called, they ask a few questions and say, well, if the guy's only taking photographs, he's not breaking any law. He's not suspicious, because it's in your code of practice that taking
photographs
photographs
any laws, but any place of significance is going to be deemed suspicious, isn't it?
The cameraman's final statement actually sums up the entire situation. Police have the right to approach and check a situation. But once it is clear that no crime is being committed, the encounter should end there. That is the line between public safety and civil liberties.
Any place. Sir, have a nice day.
And you, have a good day.
Yourself,
See you now. Bye-bye.